Hello guys, welcome back. In this video, we'll continue from where we stopped in our last video, which is still on data transformation. And what we'll be doing is I'll be showing you how you can merge columns together. I'll be showing you how you can filter your data. I'll also be showing you how you can replace values in your data. First, let's start with merging columns. Remember how we did splitting of columns in our last video? We'll be looking at how to merge columns together. So let's assume I want to merge these two. Sometimes it's always useful when you want to combine names together. Let's assume you have a data that contains the surname separately and the name, surname and the first name in different columns, and you want to merge everything together to get a full name. You can just merge the column and form just one. We don't have that in this case, but I'm going to be using the customer age and the customer gender column to do that, although we can still cancel it, we can still clear the step. So how do I do that? So let's assume that this is a first name and this is the second name, and you want to combine together, which is not. So I'll say this is customer age and customer gender. I want to merge these two columns together. To do this, select this, press down your shift button, then select the next column. Once you've done that, right click. Scrolling down, you get to see the option for merge columns. So you hit merge columns, and this merge column dialog box appears. So it's telling you, okay, what should be the separator between these values that you want to merge together. If you want that there should be a separator, just click this and put, let's assume the separator I want is a comma. I'll add comma. Then what is going to be the new name of that column that you want to merge it into? I'm going to say, okay, maybe customer, just customer G.A. Let's give it at that is gender and age. When we hit OK, you just see now that we have customer G.A. You have the age and the gender all combined together in a single column. You can no longer find those two columns. They've both been combined together. You know how to split, right? If you want to split this, so wait for it, select the column, and once you select the column, come here to split column, then split it by delimiter, and you would have your result. Put your comma and boom, you're done. I'm not going to do that. All I have to do is just come here and cancel the step. Remember I said there's no control Y to redo. There's no control Z to undo. Once you cancel a step, it is gone forever. So I'm going to delete this. I can't regain that step anymore. So I just showed you how you can merge column. So what if this column here, now let me drag this a bit to the back, let it be after, yeah, I have it here, and you want to merge these two columns together, the customer age and the customer gender together. In a situation like that, you can't just use the shift button. Selecting the shift button. If I select this now and press my shift button and come here to select this, it will highlight both the one in between. So to select those columns separately, you have to use the control button. So I'll select the customer age, press down my control button, then select customer gender, right click, and I can do my merging. Merge columns. Boom, you get your result. That's how the same process with the first one. I'm just going to cancel it and show you how to. This is how you merge your columns together using the Power Query feature, right? So I just reordered that. I can cancel the step. I don't want it to be reordered. And the next thing I'm going to look at is, what if I want to filter the data to just see based on, I only want to see details about the female, the female customers alone, right? This gender, customer gender, you can see MF, so M for male, F for female. You want to do that. All I have to do is, you can see we have a drop down button beside each of the column headers. So click on the drop down button here and you get to see the options. Now it's saying list may not be complete. So let's load more and see, even if it's just L and F that we have there. So let's see, we have just L and F. Now, I really want to see for females, details about the female customer, the sales made, selling to them and everything. All I have to do is uncheck all, then check just female and hit OK. You can see that we still have 17 columns and 999 plus rows. Let's see the result we get. I'll hit OK. You can see filtered rows. That's apply the step here. We just filtered this. Waiting for it. Anything you see here is just going to be for female alone. This is how you filter your data. Anything you see here is going to be for female alone. That's how you filter. So I'm going to go back to check this, and I'll have okay. Alright, now what if I want to replace, instead of MF, it's looking somehow to me. I really want those that will be looking at my data to understand what I'm doing. I want to change M to male and F to female. So we're going to use the find and replace feature here to do that. First, I'm going to go with I would go with male. I would say anywhere you see M, replace with it male. So to do that, select the column you want to work with. Then still in the transform tab, you can see in any columns group, you see the feature for replace values. You can see the command here, replace values. Click on the drop down button, and we have two options. Do you want to replace values or you want to replace error? So if you have error and you want to replace them, you can hit this button. But we don't have error. What we want to do now is to replace values. So I'll click on replace values. Once I do that, I get the replace values dialog box appear here. And it's your question, okay, what do you want to find? I want to find M. So one thing you should note when it comes to replacing and finding, whatever you want to type in to find must be exactly what is in the column. So male, I know my M is in capital letter, so I have to leave it at capital letter. So what do you want to replace that with? I'm going to replace it with male. So capital letter M-A-L-E, male. And I'm going to hit enter. So it replaces every M in that column with male. The next thing I want to do is for female. Same thing, come here with that column selected. Come here and replace values. I want to replace F with female. Then I hit enter. So it changes that, right? Now, what if you are starting with female first? Sometimes when you're starting with female, you know, there's M in female. You can see we have M when you want to spell female, right? So what if you did one for female first, then you now want to do for male? Then let's see what happens and how you can solve that. So I'm gonna delete this step, delete it, right? So I still have my F and M. So let's say I'm going with female first. Select this column. Now come to replace values, and I would say I want to replace every F there with female. Female. And I'll hit enter. And I said, okay, after female, I would like to replace every M with male. Would have a problem, but let's see what the problem is and how to solve that. Selecting the column once again and going back to replace every M with, M with male. Okay, right, we got the same thing. So what if, and that's because the M in the M here in the male is in small letter. What if this M here before now is in small letter? Now let's see. I'm going to do something now. I'm going to replace all the capital letter M there with a small letter M. Replace all the capital letter M with small letter M. So you can see anytime you face such kind of situation, how you can fix it. Because sometimes your male and female, your M and F can be in small letters. The reason why you're not facing that is because it's in capital letter. So hit OK. Then, so you have in small letter. Now replace all M here now again with male. M, then male. Okay. Now let's see. It's loading. So can you see? You will notice that you're seeing female, something like that. You're seeing female, then ALE at the back. How do you fix this? The best way to fix this is either you just, make sure you are reading the spelling correctly and go in there to type it, which sometimes you can make mistake, or just select any of that female, the weird female being spelled there. Then come here, highlight it, that is copy, Ctrl C to copy, and go back here to your replace value, and you can say it's pasted it here already. Value to find is this, then replace it now with what you want to see, female, and you're done. Can you see how to fix that? So in a situation whereby your M and F are in small letters, you would face something like this if you are picking the female first. I just showed you how to. So what else? I think the last thing I want to show you in this video is just still on column profiling. Although I've showed us how you can profile or check the quality of your data, which you come here to your view tab and check the column quality box and you get to see it. So let's look at column distribution. This will just give you a visual representation of how or what your data looks like in every of the columns. So you would see that now it's trying to load it in. And also checking this box for column profile, you get to see the profile of the statistics of every of the data in your column. So I'll check this box. Let me check this box, column profile, and you can see it's showing you your column statistics. That's because the customer gender column is checked, is selected. So instantly we have over 59,195 values in this column. We don't have any error, we don't have empty cell. There are 2 distinct values. We have 0 unique values, we have 0 empty strings, and the minimum, female, maximum is just picking this, right? Minimum value, maximum value. Then come here. When it comes to numerical columns, that is column that contains numbers, let's say I select the one for order quantity. It tells you, gives you more details. We have the count of the values in that order quantity. Does it contain any error? It will tell you it will give you more details. The minimum value, maximum value, the average value, standard deviation. Do we have even numbers? How many even numbers do we have? Do we have odd numbers? How many odd numbers do we have? Anytime you click on the column that contains numerical values, it gives you more statistics, I mean real statistics. So I'm saying that, okay, what is the minimum value in the order quantity? So you can tell me that, oh, the least order that has been placed, least quantity of order placed is just 1. Then the maximum, not minimum now, the maximum value is 30. So I get to know, okay, the highest order that has been placed, or the highest quantity that has been placed is 30. The minimum is 1. The average is around 11.57. Then this is the standard deviation. We have this number of odd numbers and this number of even numbers. Subcategory just gives you all this. If you have these details trying to load, I already said it the other time. This is how you profile your data, and you can also see the value distribution here. So you get to know which one carries the highest and which one appears more. You get to see it. Can you see? It's obviously the tires and tubes. When you hover around, you get to see, okay, over 20. It takes over 28%. Road and bikes takes 14%. Bottles and cages takes 13%. And scrolling there, you get to see others. This is how it is. So that's how you profile your column. Thank you. So I hope you've been able to get 1 or 2. I just showed us how we can merge our columns together. I showed us how you can profile just now, how you can also filter your data, and how you can replace values in your data. We meet in our next video. Do well to practice as usual. Bye.